Alright, this is the Dusty Moose, just trying it a slightly different way. I'm using the headphones as kind of my speakers, and, well, just want to kind of give you a whole garden walkthrough. So this is going to be a bit longer than a short, so hopefully YouTube likes it and all that stuff, and other places. So this here is the infamous weed tea fertilizer, which you gotta stir up every day. You can tell that it's starting to finally decompose a little bit and all that stuff. And the secret to this stuff is your weeds and all the clippings have nitrogen and other type of stuff. I even threw some egg shells and banana peels. I'm just taking this around, and yeah, my garden's a little messy, but I'm just taking all the random weeds that are easy to grab, throwing them in. Every garden's gonna have weeds, and if you don't have weeds, you are trying too hard. Really, gardening shouldn't be that hard. It should be easy. You're gonna make mistakes. Things are gonna happen. The only big thing I would recommend is just trying to keep as much soil and dirt out of there as possible. And once you fill up the bucket with more weeds, you're just gonna let the whole process work its magic. I will recommend washing your hands afterwards, because you're touching a bunch of random stuff that you don't know or have a clue about. Like I said, I'm just doing some quick pulling. This bed here that has really nothing in it is actually going to be used for parsnips and beets, and I'm planting those somewhere in August, so they're fully developed, and by the first frost they're all ready to go. And if I cover them up, they'll stay good for a while. I can take advantage and have some good last harvests. And really, what I'm trying to do here is just do gardening as easy as I can. Am I going to make mistakes? Yeah, everyone does. This is my second year. My first year was abysmal. I got no zucchinis because I didn't understand where I put my zucchinis. I barely got any cucumbers, but that's because I accidentally mixed my zucchini and cucumbers together and didn't know where I really put them. Like, finally, one of my cucumber plants over here, it's doing a lot better. It's doing that one. Got some cabbages. Barely gonna get any cabbage this year, but it's just experimenting. And this is the ground cherries, and you can see that a lot of them are starting to produce these. Now, what I've been trying to do with these is just make them a natural drop and have them reseed themselves. And then I can just make this a ground cherry area. The other thing you're probably wondering is why there's so much wood chips and all that stuff on these beds. Well, it's a little secret with these wood chips. If you dig them up, one, it's good for blocking stuff, and two, in right spots, it's in this one. I don't think it is in this one. In a few different spots. Nope. But you can see that is breaking down nicely, and that's some nice soil there. So this bed's going to be really fertile and good for putting down stuff. And the way that I like to do things is I don't really like to work that hard. That one just got overgrown, but I don't really have much in there to begin with. That one's in, and I have nothing in, and this is my pepper one. And then this here is one of my special plantings. I like to call it goblin gardening, which you take bits, you take some veggie bits and all that stuff, and then you see if you can get them to root and regrow a little. There's a few types that do it. Cabbages do it. Green onion is a wonderful one. illegal in Ohio for some odd reason. Something about it, them being invasive. But here, it's not in Minnesota. And it acts as a good onion buddy. And if you do everything right, you get these wonderful, almost shallot-like onions at the end of the run. And then the other fun thing, and this was completely accident, not on purpose. In fact, I even had to thin it out, and I might have to thin it out again, this is buttercrunch lettuce. And I let some of it go to seed, like I'm gonna let that one go to seed, and just encourage it to go over and just let it regrow. Here is some river grapes that I keep accidentally growing here and there. This is the corn, and it's doing even better. It's doing pretty good. Ooh, ouch. I'm just waiting for the bean buddies to pop up with it, and then once the bean buddies pop up, put the squash. Three sisters. Every year I do move the corn patch because I let just the area revitalize itself because it's under wood chips. It does a pretty darn good job. If I could find it. Oh, here it is. So you see this white mold and just kind of how it stays together and all that stuff? Yeah. So that's what gives the soil kind of its nutrients back. And this stuff helps break down the wood chips faster and revitalizes the beds. Little herb garden thing here. Problem is, I think I have way too many of these. Yeah, these aren't even. So that's sage, dill, chives. I don't think that's chives. Chives is more straight. Parsley. This is one of the random plants I found. I might have to kill it later. But yeah, the big other thing here is this is my currants. Oh, I think some critters have been getting at it. And yeah, things will have bugs and all that. There's quick little bugs don't hurt. In fact, just a quick spray down and you basically take care of everything. I didn't get blueberries this year because I just put them in the ground this year, so usually you don't get too much of a harvest. And then this is the grapes. And I know there's some that are going to be popping up this year. I just got to find them again. There's a lot of... So the grapes leaves themselves, these are river grapes. Oh, June bug. River grapes. I know they got pollinated this year because I actually have a little advantage in my garden. I actually have a endangered rust patch bumblebees, and they just they come out early and they just take care of my garden. This here is a sunchoke, or Jerusalem artichoke, but I like the sunchokes, that's a better one. I'm growing them here just because I want to harvest some this year. And then the other thing I've done, going past my whatever patch here, my strawberry, walking onions, and horseradish. Here it is I do have some wild patches that I'm trying to set up here, and that's just for future use and all that stuff. It's quote-unquote invasive, but they're also native, so are they invasive? This here but yeah, that's my cilantro growing. I just threw a bunch of random cilantro just to keep all the other bugs at bay. That's the walking onion with its nice, interesting head. But the other thing is, in Minnesota, we're starting to get our zucchini starting to flower here. So this one I did buy, but this one I did not. That one was from my growing, my own batch. And then here's another flower and all that stuff. Yes, you can buy some and they'll grow faster and everything. According to Millennial Gardener, with zucchini and cucumbers, so the second you start seeing them, pretty much just almost pick them right away. Pick them, it's better to pick them a little underripe than overripe, because the second they're overripe, that's it, end game. They are done. My onions, tons and tons and tons of them. Can't go wrong with onions. My potato tower that I finally hilled again. In fact, I think it can almost take even one more hilling. And the secret to a lot of this stuff is straw. And you want it to kind of start rotting, so you want last year's straw. If you're wondering how to get last year's straw, you buy this year's straw at the end of the year and you leave it out. And then you have last year's straw ready to go. Nice little tomatoes. Got a couple growing. Those I bought this year. Honeyberry. Didn't get anything from this year so far. But that's kind of how they're finicky. But once you got them going, they'll keep going. Ooh, here we go. Here's one. Oh, so this is honeyberry, and the way you know they're ready is all you gotta do is lightly pull it. If it comes off, it's ready. If it doesn't, leave it. They bruise kind of easy too, and it's not necessarily bruised. It's just there's this. It's like a blueberry, in the aspect that it has that weird fuzz on it, like other blueberries do. Let's go on to the next part. Oh, my greenhouse. It's empty right now because it's a little too hot. And it is messy, but that's okay. It's a work in progress. That was from an experiment from this year. I was trying to overwinter pepper plants. That did not turn out so well this year, but hopefully by the end, I might actually be able to be successful. And last but not least, we got a lovely apple tree here and another one over here. Got my lavender bush. I'm going to try to grow lavender and chamomile, especially in my city. As long as you have flowers, they don't care. If it looks nice, they won't ask you to mow your lawn, and I absolutely hate mowing my lawn. And this is just my wild patch area. Just look at this giant thing right here. Ooh. Eventually I'll tackle it, but I just find it interesting. This here is elderberry. In fact, it's Minnesota native. Here's a bunch of berries that are trying to form up and all that stuff. Had to get a new one because I had a run-in with the city doing some repairs and they destroyed some. So they replaced it because elderberry is Minnesota native and it's considered a wooded native, so that's a big no-no. As you can see, the bean plant is growing bigger. Yeah, my peas are doing a little stringy and all that stuff. It's been really windy, so they haven't been able... Peas are really... They don't like it windy. And there's my... Here's a bigger cucumber leaves. There's a cucumber right there too. That's not doing as great, but it's doing okay. Another elderberry. Next year these will start producing. This is the other one that I managed to save. It's a super shaded area, so it grows a lot slower. This is another good cucumber plant. As you can see, it is getting ready to do the climb on this. And this area is a lot more sheltered, so a lot more peas kind of made it more than the other ones. And then finally the hanging cucumbers, which those are growing very nicely. Here we go. Oh, that's going good. And the hope is those will drape down, go on the trellis, and kind of allow me to easily pick cucumbers. And if you keep picking them, they'll just keep coming. And I have a beagle, so she got a little destructive. Not much you can do, but that's okay. Moving back. All right, so yep, beans, peas, bottle gourd, loofah. Bottle gourd, that's growing pretty good. Hey, out of here. Hey, you, out of here. Yeah, we get problems with rabbits too. The secret to that is I have this stuff, a little bit of neem oil, but it's mostly Dawn dish soap and mint. This scares away, and the critters don't like it because they don't like mint. Mint tastes bad to them. Out of here. This doesn't harm the animal whatsoever. It just encourages them to move on. I don't care if you eat some of my potato plants. They're healthy enough. They can take it. Just don't eat my loofah and my gourd. I've been having an issue with those. They're not native here, so they take a bit longer. Back to the strawberries. Bet you that darn rabbit has been eating some of them. But the strawberries are looking, plants themselves are looking healthy. It's just me getting to those strawberries in time is now the issue. Here we go. Here we go. Here's a good one right here. So that's just forming. We're just going to keep an eye. And this here is the horseradish. You can treat it like a mustard green. Chop it up fine in some stir fry. It tastes pretty good, actually. But yeah, that's just a quick little walkthrough of my garden in some detail. If you got any more questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I'll be happy to show you everything. Raspberries, especially raspberries that are starting to form. I'm getting a good amount this year. Yeah, and if you got any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. More than happy to share my blunders and help you avoid some of the blunders I've met. All right, signing off.